This is the QTV Nightly News coming to you from our studio on Kaiba Avenue, and I am Andy Kema. Thanks for joining us. Here are the headlines. A bilateral communique between the Gambia and Senegalese armed forces to enhance peace and security along the Gambia-Senegal borders was signed on Wednesday at the end of a two-day joint military committee meeting in Banjul. The Commissioner General of the Gambia Revenue Authority, Yankuba Dabo, is leading a high-powered delegation to Senegal for the 10th bilateral customs meeting between the two countries. On the sidelines of the ECOWAS Parliament's 2024 first ordinary session in Nigeria, the ECOWAS Female Parliamentarians Association held a seminar focusing on women's representation and participation in politics. As the world commemorates World Drowning Prevention Day today, the 25th of July, members of the Red Dolphin Lifeguards Association at Palma-Rima Beach in Kololi called for more support, especially with life-saving equipment. In sports news, the champions of the Gambian Women's Football League, Red Scorpions, will compete in the CAF Women's Football League qualifiers next week to represent Gambia in WAFU, a qualifiers tournament in Sierra Leone. Those were the headlines, and now look at the stories in detail. If you're just tuning in, this is QTV Nightly News. A bilateral communique between the Gambia and Senegalese armed forces to enhance peace and security along the Gambia-Senegal borders was signed on Wednesday at the end of a two-day joint military committee meeting held in the Gambia. Loli M. Kamara covered the closing and she filed this report.
It was a momentous event as security chiefs and representatives from the two neighboring countries gathered to discuss important matters of interest to the two nations. Major General Usman Gomez, Deputy Chief of Defense of the Gambia Armed Forces, elaborates.
Today we culminated the meeting, and then we signed a communique with my brother here, General Ndur, representing our two armed forces, and the communique will be executed to the latter, because this will help us to ensure that our borders are secure. If we do not have a border security, that means we may not be doing our right responsibility as the military armed forces responsible to secure our territorial integrity.
Major General Fulgens Ndour, Deputy Chief of Defense Staff of Senegalese Armed Forces, expressed gratitude to his Gambian counterparts for their commitment to work together for the promotion of peace and security in the two countries.
When
we talk about border issues, we will discuss everything, that especially issues that can cause unrest to people living at the borders and those crossing the borders to go about their businesses without any problems. Drug traffickers and criminals entering both countries to hide after committing crimes are all security concerns. We need to address them as they are security concerns.
During a press briefing held at the end of the event, journalists raised concerns over issues of border security between Gambia and Senegal. Major General Usman Gomez of the Gambia Armed Forces gave some answers.
Sometimes our borders are not marked, and this is the Border Commission are working on that to clearly show us this clear cut of where the Gambia ends and where the Senegalese ends. We are not participating in any rebellion or fighting rebellion with Senegal or whatsoever. Senegal are having their problem. Our patrol doesn't mean that we are dragging into fighting their war. We are not fighting any war. We are just patrolling our border, and we will patrol our border, and no one can stop us from patrolling our border. If villages around that area are affected and we are not patrolling those areas, are we fair to the community of that area?
Securing our borders is crucial for maintaining the safety and sovereignty of our countries. By having proper border control, we can prevent illegal immigration, smuggling of goods and weapons, and other criminal activities. It also allows us to regulate trade and maintain diplomatic relationships. Failure to secure our borders can lead to numerous security and economic issues, making it essential to prioritize this task. As the next Joint Military Committee meeting is planned for December this year, it remains to be seen whether all the agreements will be implemented to enhance peace and security along the Gambia-Senegal borders. For QTV News, Lolly M. Kamara.
The Commissioner General of the Gambia Revenue Authority, Yankuba Dabo, is leading a high-powered delegation to Dakar, Senegal, for the 10th bilateral customs meeting between the two countries. The meeting is part of efforts to strengthen relations and address issues affecting cross-border trade. Aliou Cisse monitored the meeting from Abuja, and he now reports.
Officials at this meeting include the heads of the customs administration from both countries and stakeholders. This meeting is a follow-up on previous bilateral meetings to facilitate trade and movement of people between the Gambia and Senegal. Yankuba Dabo, Commissioner General of the Gambia Revenue Authority, welcomed the meeting as a manifestation of the strong bilateral cooperation between the two customs administrations and the peoples of the two countries. This meeting will further provide a platform to take benefit from each other's strength to improve service delivery.
By working together, we can ensure a smooth flow of trade, protect our borders, and collaboratively work together to combat smuggling and other offenses. I am confident that through an open, honest discussion, we will find innovative and effective solutions to the challenges we may face. I want to urge you to look at the collaboration, the training, the capacity building between these two institutions. We have a lot of capacity in Senegal. We have a lot of capacity in Gambia. How do we manage to make sure that trainings happens? We can share knowledge, share information, share data. We do what they call South-South cooperation. We don't have to rely all the time on people that are outside to come and give us training.
CG Dabo says there is an existing memorandum of understanding between the GRA and East Senegal's counterpart, which outlines the rules and procedures guiding their cooperation. He urged both parties to remain committed to the principles enshrined in the MOU to help address the challenges faced in cross-border movement, such as smuggling of goods.
As customs officers, you are in forefront. At the level of the top, from the president to the minister to the director generals, we are fully committed. But it's now left to the implementation, the level of you people, the officers at the borders. You are the people who should make sure that what your seniors have committed, that is to facilitate the trade between the two countries, is implemented. It is not only signing on paper what is important, but what is more important is to see the trade actually happening. If there is any further thing to say, there is a lot of smuggling. As you know, Gambia is in the middle of Senegal. And we have approved borders, but there are other areas that people can go. And a lot of smugglings are happening. You need to be vigilant. You need to be doing more of patrols. If you sit in the approved routes in your offices, it may be very difficult to see some of these smugglings that are happening.
Both customs heads expressed their readiness to translate commitments into action by fully implementing the agreement from this meeting to enhance economic integration to serve as a model for other countries. Reporting for QTV News from Abuja, Nigeria, I am Aliou Cisse.
On the sidelines of the ECOWAS Parliament's 2024 first ordinary session in Abuja, Nigeria, the ECOWAS Female Parliamentarians Association held a seminar focusing on women's representation. Attended by Nigeria's First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, the seminar aimed to address issues related to gender equality and the increased participation of women in politics and decision-making processes within the ECOWAS region. Aliou Cisse again.
Organized under the theme Rethinking Women's Proportional Representation in Governance, the event featured discussions from various stakeholders including female parliamentarians and gender advocates, emphasizing the importance of empowering women and ensuring their voices are heard in all spheres of society. Senator Oluremi Tinubu, the First Lady of Nigeria, welcomed the discourse as timely and apt, especially at a time when women are agitating for more participatory roles in governance, most importantly when it comes to decisions and issues that concern women folk.
Civil society and women organizations have been at the forefront of advocating for gender equity in politics. Their efforts have led to significant advancement, but more needs to be done. These organizations must continue to challenge discriminatory practices and work collaboratively with governments to create an enabling environment for women's political participation.
Having spent 12 years as a member of Nigeria's Senate, First Lady Tinubu said the need for women's active participation in politics cannot be overemphasized. She advocated constitutional amendments to enshrine gender equity in political representation.
And all my life in the upper legislative chambers, I've noticed that men would fight you as if he's fighting another man for position.
Veronica Kadisisa of Sierra Leone, President of the ECOFIPA, Muminati Ibrahima, first female Speaker of the ECOWAS Parliament, Jibrin Barrow, the Deputy President of Nigeria's Senate, and Professor Fatou Sow Sarr, ECOWAS Commissioner for Human Development and Social Affairs, respectively, believe women's participation in all levels of governance is critical for sustainable development and ensuring gender parity in our society.
Rethinking political partnership between men and women will create an equitable political landscape where women and men have equal opportunities.
It is not a secret for anyone that women are faced with various obstacles to be elected in view of the lack of financial support, the inequalities in terms of the electoral laws, and lack of gender parity laws in most ECOWAS member states.
Nelson Mandela once said, "Freedom cannot be achieved unless women are emancipated from all forms of oppression." These words reverberate through the corridors of power, reminding us that true freedom remains elusive if we deny women their rightful place in governance.
We should also fight within our national assemblies so that we should remove laws that are unfavorable to women and fight for laws that are pro-women.
In the ECOWAS region, the first and so far only elected female head of state has been Nigeria's Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. In the Gambia, women representation in both parliament and cabinet has always been low, and there's no sign it will change anytime soon. At the moment, there are only 5 women out of 58 National Assembly members in parliament. For the ECOWAS Female Parliamentarians Association ECOFIPA members, including its Secretary General Maimouna Cissé of the Gambia, there is a need to bridge the gap by initiating the conversation to change the political narrative. Reporting for QTV News from Abuja, Nigeria, I am Aliou Cissé.
We will now go for a commercial break. When we return, we have more local and sports news stories. Do stay tuned.
A place where your kids would partake in out-of-box learning, physical stimulating activities, fun and socially interactive games? Well then, the only place to take your children is the Q-City Kids Summer Camp 2024. It's a 6-week camp with interesting activities such as outdoor adventures, health and fitness, arts and craft, sports spectacular, water fun and safety, cooking lessons and dancing lessons. Prices: daily $200 Cs only, weekly $900 Cs, full package $5,000 Cs, daily snacks and lunch packages $350 Cs only. Q-City Leisure Complex is situated at Bigelow Turntable. Contact our front desk at 3372-489 or 50-62-713. Q-City Kids Summer Camp 2024, the only place to bring your kids.
Dear QTV viewers, we have an important announcement for you. Starting from the 12th of August 2024, QTV will be broadcasting on a new frequency. To continue enjoying your favorite shows, please make sure to update your satellite settings to our new frequency before the 12th of August 2024. QTV's new frequency is Eutelsat 7A, 7E, transponder 126866H30000. With this change, we aim to bring you an even better viewing experience with clearer picture and sound. We apologize for any inconvenience this may cause and thank you for your understanding. Stay tuned to QTV, where your favorite programs just keep getting better. QTV, a new era in broadcasting.
Welcome back, and this is QTV News. As the world commemorates World Drowning Prevention Day today, the 25th of July, members of the Red Dolphin Lifeguards Association at Palmarima Beach in Kololi called for more support, especially with life-saving equipment. Ansumara Sonyase reports.
Many beach users may not notice them. These young men are a constant presence at the beach, ready to save lives when called upon. And as the world commemorates UN Drowning Prevention Day, these members of the Red Dolphin Lifeguards Association at Palmarima Beach are determined to curb incidents of drowning at the beach. Suleiman Jambang, Assistant Secretary of the association, says they encounter challenges daily, but that could be mitigated if frequent beach users follow instructions which have been designed to help save lives.
We are here to make sure that we will do by all means to make sure that to do all our efforts to make sure we how to prevent and stop drowning occurring on the beach areas. So it's like today, it's like Gambia, many people here, they don't know about sea condition, and it's like when they come to the beach, they don't know about lifeguarding. And it's like this is a big day for us, so that Gambian people should be aware and they know that today is a very important day for the Red Dolphin Lifeguard Association and the whole world.
He appealed to swimmers to observe all safety measures. His message on safety was emphasized by Jerry Sanyang and Abdullah Sar, all members of Red Dolphin Lifeguards Association, who also called on the Ministry of Tourism and partners to support them with funding and life-saving equipment, adding that the work they do is voluntary.
Yeah, definitely you can see our rescue boats, our excusement, our uniform you can see. We need a lot. Even a rescue boat, will make our job very easy. So when we have those type of support, we are definitely, you can see all of them, they are Gambian and they are youth who are ready to work as lifeguard, volunteer to serve this Gambia as volunteers lifeguard. And when we have that support, my brother, we will tell you this drowning, we cannot say that we can stop it, but we can limit it.
Hanga fini den am flag, ta flag bu neka dafa am meaning am, mo neka yellow flag, ak red flag, ak green flag.
We have different flags here, red, yellow and green. The red flag signals danger. The yellow flag means you can swim, but not to a certain level. You are not allowed to swim deep into the water, and the green flag means it is safe to swim. So people must always look out for these flags and know what each flag means. Also, I join my colleagues in calling for support. We need support from the Ministry of Tourism. We are not paid for what we do, but without life-saving equipment, we cannot save lives here. Drowning ranks amongst the top 10 causes of death of children and youths aged between 1 and 24 years old. The UN describes it as a silent killer, which is said to claim over 200,000 lives annually. As part of the celebrations marking the day, their selfless service should be recognized and everyone be reminded of the importance of lifeguards. Members of the association perform a simulation of lifeguard rescue operations. Ansumane Sonyase for QTV News.
200 patients are undergoing a free cataract surgery at the Brikama District Hospital in the West Coast region, organized by the National Eye Health Program of the Ministry of Health with support from Muslim Hands. Loli M. Kamara visited the hospital on the first day of operation on Wednesday, and she filed in this report.
This free surgery camp will provide medical care to underserved communities and individuals who cannot afford to pay for the surgery. Lamin Sanyang, the officer in charge of Brikama District Hospital, expressed gratitude to Muslim Hands for the laudable intervention.
And then these are things that every society needs to look for. How best do you help the poor? How best do you help the disabled? How best do you change the life of an individual? This is what this is geared to. By helping a blind person to see, you are changing the entire life of the family. This is what Muslim Hands is doing.
Usman Jame, Country Director of Muslim Hands Gambia office, gave an overview of some of their intervention areas, including health, education, natural disasters, and supporting families during Ramadan and Eid festivities. Among others, Mr. Jame further explained.
The cataract surgery event that we are witnessing today is just one out of a series of Muslim Hands interventions towards ensuring good health standards in the Gambia. With funding from international partners such as Muslim Hands South Africa, 200 patients that are already screened in Banjul, Serekunda, Brikama, and their surroundings will be offered free cataract surgeries. $2,040,500 will be spent on this endeavor. Already Muslim Hands Gambia, through the support of Muslim Hands Canada, has supported successfully free cataract screening and surgery.
Sajo Kanyi is the National Eye Health Program Manager.
If we look at the statistics, the key performance indicators, Brikama is a high volume center. The number of cataract operations in Brikama here is second to none, apart from Sezaid. And we've seen the surgeon and the staffs have been involved in a lot of activities, going to the community, screening patients to ensure that these patients are brought to the hospital here, operated, and the quality is never compromised. If we see all these patients are coming back here to be operated, it's because they have confidence in the facility.
Beneficiaries Babu Karjabi from Brikama Newtown and Janke Jame from Farato both thank Muslim Hands.
Free of charge. I heard about this program and I came and got registered. Since then, things have been going smoothly because even before I start the treatment, they are taking good care of us by providing us with food and a comfortable place to rest.
This is my second operation. My eyes on my left gives me problems. I'm hopeful after this operation, I will be able to see clearly. I pray for their long life and continued support to humankind. Other people who praised the initiative include Saren Hydra, chairman of the Muslim Hands Board of Trustees, and Sirif Ba, a cataract surgeon at the Brikama District Hospital. Cataract surgery is currently the only proven way to treat cataracts. For most people, surgery restores vision and has no complications. However, health experts at this event urged people to regularly get their eyes checked to detect and treat cataracts at an early stage. For QTV News, Lolly M. Kamara.
We'll now shift our attention to some sports news. In sports news, the champions of the Gambia Women's Football League, Red Scorpions, will compete in the CAF Women's League qualifiers next week to represent Gambia in WAFU A qualifiers tournament in Sierra Leone. Our sports reporter Mamoudou Gajaga has more.
FF Women's First Division League in 2023-2024 season secured them an historic spot in the CAF Women's Champions League. As the first team from the Gambia to play in the competition, they could be facing such continental heavyweights as Determined Girls FC of Liberia, AS Mande of Mali, AS Angelis de la Medina of Senegal, and Maguemo Queens of Sierra Leone, the tournament's host. The draw will take place later today at the CAF headquarters in Cairo, Egypt. Babu Karsi serves as the Red Scorpions media officer.
Very excited. Red Scorpions will go down in the history books of Gambian women football as the first club to participate in a CAF competition. We're talking about the CAF Women Club Football Championship qualifiers, which will be held in Sierra Leone in Bo City from the 2nd to the 12th. The team is excited, the girls are hungry and ready to sting. After winning several championships in the country, they're ready to test their skills outside the country, and thanks to the management that have fulfilled these dreams for them. And we also want to thank the Gambia Football Federation for supporting us in making sure that our registration went smooth to participate in this CAF Women's Club Champions League qualifiers.
Red Scorpions said they are funding their trip to Sierra Leone, and it has been a challenge securing the finances, according to Babu Karsi.
Unfortunately, there is no finance coming outside. Everything and anything that we do, it's financed within the club. And the club's only source of income as we speak is from winning the league that the Football Federation stages. We have some little money in our accounts that we put together to secure these tickets for the girls to fly to Sierra Leone, and there's no source of income coming from outside. When you qualify to participate in the CAF Club Champions League qualifiers, either the Champions League or the Federation gives you $250K and a 5-day camping at the Goal Project to prepare, and that's exactly what we are getting from the Federation, apart from helping us again to register and meet the criteria.
The Red Scorpions are 3-time consecutive winners of the Domestic Women's League and have won 12 titles overall. Playing against more formidable opponents in these qualifiers could be daunting, but gives exposure to the players. Hadisani, team trainer, says they are fully prepared for the task ahead.
My girls are fully prepared for this competition that we go into Freetown, and we are physically, technically ready for this competition that we're going. Even though it's the first time that we're going out, for this WAFU tournament that we're going, my girls are in full gear. A few teams that I know about. These are 2 teams that we've played before. There's a team from Mali and a team from Senegal. One has won us and we've won the other one. So, like football is a process. Things can change anytime. Teams are improving, players are improving, but I'm optimistic that we're going to set a record to where we're going. My girls are fully prepared for this tournament that we're going.
8 teams will compete in the final phase of the competition. As reigning champions, South Africa's Mamelodi Sundowns will be joined by the tournament host as the 2 automatic qualification spots. Each of the 6 CAF zonal unions conduct their own qualifiers, and the winners gain qualification to the CAF Women's Champions League. Moudu Gajaga, QTV News.
Well, folks, that's all we have for you in this bulletin. Join us at 10 p.m. for another news bulletin. Thanks for watching.